Hey, we're live, folks, for an impromptu session here at Life with Brock. Something just happened with my light. I don't know what the heck it was, but I have my good buddy here, Joey Rodriguez.
How's it going?
Now, Joey, you used to be from Northern California. I'm in Southern California, and you are now where?
I am now in Rapid City, South Dakota, Western South Dakota.
Okay, tell the people that may know you why you're there right now.
So I moved. One of the main reasons I chose South Dakota to move to is dinosaurs. I'm a huge dinosaur fan. You probably can't tell by superheroes behind me, but other side of the camera, dinosaurs everywhere. This is Dinosaur Central, the United States of America. You want to find dinosaurs, you come to South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana. But South Dakota, dinosaurs.
Now, we're here to talk Marvel Legends, but just a little bit more on the dinosaurs. So did you move out there because you want to be a paleontologist? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I would love to be a paleontologist, take some schooling. I need to get back into that. But I have connections already. I made friends with paleontologists at my local dinosaur museum.
Of course you did.
They invited me to the back of their room, and I got to steal stuff they're working on. They told me that when they need help, I'm going to be on the list to call. So,
Awesome. Hey, so we have 19 people live right now. We have Draw Customs, Serena Ann. Those are the only two that have made comments, but there's 19 watching right now. We'll get some more in a little bit. But we wanted to talk. Joy and I became buddies because we both love Marvel Legends. It's what we primarily have in our collection. I know Joey's is primarily Marvel Legends. I have Transformers and other things, but my main focus is Marvel Legends. And you know that this channel is essentially it's turned into a customs related channel. And Joey's actually he's not necessarily a customizer, even though he's done a couple of customs. But he's one of my go-to guys when I can't identify a part. There's two guys I go to. One is Ace Outlaw Customs, and but my main guy that I had been going to for about a year now is Joey. I would look, hey Joey, what part is this? And then Joey literally would go like this. It's kind of like Nathan Simmons in Transformers. He would go like this. He would go. His eyes would go to the back of his head, and he would be able to spit out the part because he just recognized them. How long have you been collecting Marvel Legends?
So I got my first Marvel Legends back in 2002. I was 5 years old. And I've been collecting on and off here and there ever since. For the past 6 years, it's just been on.
Okay.
Not so much off. Yeah, so I've had plans. I was here through the entire Toy Biz era, the entire beginning of the Hasbro era when it was just real bad.
So no DC figures at all? You're not a DC fan at all?
I like DC, don't like their figures, don't like their movies.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. We'll see what McFarlane does. Maybe he may be able to turn you on over to collecting some of the DC figures. And we're actually going to be talking about Joey's shelves. So bear with us. We're just, I'm just allowing for people to get in here. We have about 24 in right now. And Joey, if I'm distracted, just help me out. I'm just trying to monitor the chat also. And I'm going to be putting some of their comments on here. And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to read them or not because I know you're working on your phone.
I can't see any comments at all. So I actually can. They're in the very corner of your screen.
Yeah, but then if you get that close, then you can see your nose hair. So
yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna stay back here. So you can,
all right. So Joey is extremely knowledgeable in Marvel Legends, but I met him in one of the Facebook groups. I don't know which one. We were in a bunch together, but he is definitely known as an MCU figure hater, right? Am I right, Joey?
Yeah, pretty for the most part. They're good looking figures, but they're not figures that I want. So I'm very cut and dry. It's either I want it or I don't. If I want it, I love it. If I don't, I call it trash.
All right, that's right. The #trash is his motto. Okay, so how many? Just by the look at it, can you give us like a scan of your shelves, just really quick? Nothing detailed. Just take your phone. I know some of your shelves. aren't put up yet because he did just move to South Dakota.
Yeah.
So he's got big boy things happening over there in South Dakota. Don't get specific. Just give us a span of it.
All right. Well, it's a mess. So some of this stuff's on the ground here. I got to pick up still, but it's a lot. You know.
So can you estimate how many figures you have in your collection?
I had to estimate of Marvel Legends alone, probably at the very least, it's probably 600.
600. Okay. That seems about like 600. It looks like 600 right there. Do you have anything boxed up?
Nothing's boxed up. It's all on display. I don't have anything mint on card. I don't got anything, hidden away. Well, I have a whole bunch of fodder still. Actually, got a bunch of fodder.
Well, we'll get to that when we're going through your collection. I'm just trying to set the scene for these people. Do you own any Marvel Cinematic Universe figures?
I do have a few. Believe it or not.
Okay.
Ones that would work as comic figures. It's opposite screen on here. I'm going the wrong way.
Right. I don't know how to. Let me see if I can fix that. No, I don't think that fixes it.
No,
I'm sure there's some sort of thing that I haven't pressed here to do that. But you're right, it does.
Again, it's a mess. But I have some of the Black Panther. The what are they called? I don't know.
Dora Milaje. The Dora Milaje.
Yeah, there you go. Dora Milaje. I have some of the Dora Milaje from the Black Panther movie. We're not going to get comic versions of those, I don't think. And then the only other one I got is Nebula because we don't have a comic Nebula.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a good looking figure.
It's a good looking figure, and she has looked like she's semi looked like this in the past. So here's this beautiful custom right here.
Oh, you're getting way ahead of yourself. Oh yeah, pull out of there. Pull out, Joey. Pull out. You're getting too excited. We're going to talk about all those figures. We're gonna get in here. What's up, Jeremy Brown, the Ginger Hitman? We have Esso's Hunter. Which one? It's probably going to be Sal, right? Or is it Braulio? It's probably Sal. Serena, I'm just running. Kick Toy, what is up? Venom Fang, what's Gucci? Everybody, he says. And he also said the stash is real. Joey's or mine? Joey's or?
Definitely yours. My stash is kind of weak. I'm growing the beard out again, though, so
yeah.
It's
cold.
You
got to.
It gets cold here. You need.
All right, so it's funny that the Essos are in because they're also, they're very well known in the Marvel Legend community for setting up their shelves, and they do a really, really nice job. Matter of fact, I think you and I were talking about earlier about one of their videos, and so go check those guys out. They're fun videos. I recently saw one that Sal didn't speak, and it just elevated his work tremendously. Just messing with you, Sal. But it was really nicely done with music and stuff. Sal's a pretty gifted. He's getting really good with the editing, and it makes those videos fun to watch. So, Joey, you recently set up your shelves. What did you have? Do you have a plan when you're setting up these shelves? Because obviously you're limited in space, right? With space, just like every other collector.
At the moment, very limited in space. I'm just living in renting a room from somebody, so I haven't got the massive amount of space I used to have. But yes, when I think of my displays, I just did a video doing my Avengers shelves a couple days ago. Check it out if you would like. It'd be really helpful. I would love the feedback on that. It's the first time ever doing a video like that, so I decided to go with my Avengers. My Avengers are my favorite, superhero team. I prefer the Avengers over the X-Men. You can see both here. When I do my displays, I try to keep them I try to not have similar colors next to each other. So you won't see Hulk and She-Hulk next to each other. You won't see, you're not going to see, Beast and Cyclops real close to each other because the blues are going to, when you see from far away, it just looks like a big blue blob or a big green blob. It just doesn't, it's better to have it more separated like that.
So you color coordinate your teams, but so do you? How specific do you get on your teams? I know obviously you have the main Avengers.
Yeah. So like up here, people. This is people who are on just the Avengers, not West Coast. Just the Avengers. Doesn't matter if it's classic or 80s, 70s. This is just the Avengers in general. Then down here, it's more separated into individual Avengers teams. if they had New Avengers in their title, they're in the New Avengers section. Or if they were on the West Coast Avengers, they're in the West Coast Avengers section.
Got it.
Even if they weren't on the team at the same time, it's still, you know.
Well, I know that if a character appears in different teams, I know for a fact that you've gotten probably the same figure, or maybe you've changed it up a little bit. I know that you do a little bit of customs, or you've gotten customs from other people, and then you place the same character multiple times on your shelf. So that's a pretty interesting way of doing it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know,
I mean, I have a bunch of Captain Americas and Spider-Mans, but I don't have a bunch of Visions and you know, the rest of the Avengers.
Here's an example of that. A figure everyone thinks is garbage. Everyone trashes on it. Nighthawk. I have 3 because Nighthawk, who's on the Defenders, which is shelf way down there.
Right.
He's also on the Squadron Supreme, and he was on the Thunderbolts for a short time. So I have him on all three of those shelves. That's a figure nobody wants. So usually it's real easy to get multiples of figures, because usually the ones that bounce off from team to team, they're usually characters that are not very big and popular, because that's why they're bouncing from team to team, because no character, you know, they can't sustain long enough. And,
right.
You know.
Yeah, they filter people in and out, especially if you got, you know, a new writer, or a new artist, they'll bring different characters in, and that's what I've noticed. Like the Thunderbolts, it's not. You know, I initially thought the Thunderbolts was just associated with the Red Hulk, right? That was my thought. But I'm also reading, you know, right now I'm reading the Dark Reign series. I'm sure you read that way back in the day.
Oh yeah, I love Dark Reign.
Yeah, when Norman Osborn was in charge of the Thunderbolts, and then he became in charge of the Avengers. So those teams get pretty large. But so we're here. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go for it.
A thing about that, like. You mentioned the Red Hulk Thunderbolts. Now, that version of Thunderbolts, I will not put with my other Thunderbolts, because that version of Thunderbolts is just so different, so drastically different from the other Thunderbolts that this just wouldn't work together. It wouldn't make sense for me. Same thing with X-Force. I'm not going to put the black and silver X-Force with the 90s X-Force, because they're two totally different style teams.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Joshua Kincaid says, "Where's Hyperion?"
Hyperion. I need a second Hyperion.
Okay. That's why he's asking. Yeah.
I have one Hyperion right now. He's with the Thunderbolts. That's why I bought Nighthawk ahead of time. So when I get a second Hyperion, which I'm going to, eventually, just takes time to find a good deal on him, because he's kind of expensive. He's going to be in the Squadron Supreme as well. I do not have Hyperion with the Avengers, because I'm weird. I'm not a big fan of super modern comic books. Once Marvel Now hit, if a character joined the Avengers after Marvel Now, I'm not putting them with my Avengers. I hate comic books that happened after Marvel Now. So once Hyperion joined during Marvel Now, and so he's not going to be anywhere near my Avengers.
Well, this is a comic book that you would probably like, and I just want to give I thought this was a perfect time to give him a shout out. Let me just bring myself up real quick. So this is my buddy Demonic Poo Creations, and those of you that have watched This Week in Customs, he's a customizer I featured on there. He's very talented, and he's not a naturally born artist, all right, but I think he is. He's pretty much done art later in life, and I don't know if you can see that head well enough. I'm not sure if my camera's going to focus. I'm going to put up some better pictures up on Instagram, but this is from the Immortal Hulk. It's a comic that's happening right now. It's a really, it's like a horror comic. Not my bag of chips, but the character designs on this, some of the customizers have just been killing it. Mark I Lab Creations, Symbiote Seeker, doing some of these Immortal Hulk pieces, and Demonic Poo Creations did that and sent it to me from Greece, and it is absolutely amazing. I wish I could have a clear picture for you guys, but I'm going to put some more up on my Instagram, so go check that out. All right, Joey, let's transition, because I think this is where people are going to tune in to see. Do you have all from Toy Biz until now, all the characters that are considered cartoon characters or comic characters on your show? Do you own them?
Every character that's not modern, that's not after Marvel now,
Right.
I believe I have, and that except for Dragon Man, I don't have Dragon Man. But I also am not a big fan of that Dragon Man. I think he doesn't look like how he looked in the classic comic books. So,
shout out to Ace Outlaw Customs, who's working on a Dragon Man right now that has the potential to be really, really good, and he puts out really good stuff. Keep your eyeball out for that. Dragon Man is going to look. It's going to look sweet.
I always watch This Week in Customs every single week. I stuttered there. This Week in Customs every week. It's my favorite, ongoing YouTube series right now. So I watch it all the time. I always try to watch it. I always try to watch it during the premiere, but usually at work.
And when you don't, then you leave me 150 comments in the which I appreciate, by the way. That's just me messing around.
Yeah, but
I appreciate it. I don't see you having a Life with Brock T-shirt on there, though. I don't know what's up. I'm just messing around, dude. Come on, let's get it. Let's get into your shelves.
The one figure I don't have.
Okay.
I also don't have King. I'm waiting for an updated King.
Yeah, that one's not that great. It's first of all, it's got the ball jointed hips. We're not gonna want that.
He's really short. I had him before. King. Two comic figures I don't have that I need is Kang and Hitmonkey. I used to have them.
Well, Hitmonkey, Hitmonkey just came out in that 2-pack with Deadpool.
Yeah, I need that one.
Wait until it goes on sale. That's not going to be that popular of a 2-pack.
Exactly. I had Kang and I had Hitmonkey before. Lost them for reasons that you know.
Right. Hey, but you're going to get, it's going to be better. You're going to get the updated version. Let's not talk about the sad things. Let's talk about the awesome things. So the reason I asked you that question is because you're going to have a lot of these figures, and there may be newer collectors here, and they're going to see a ton of figures on these shelves. We're going to talk about the teams. You can talk about them, and you can go ahead and start flipping that camera around, and you take me to whatever shelf you want to start with. And I want you to, as you're talking through the figures, as you know how to do, tell me if I was a new collector, what are the must-haves as far as, first of all, this is an important character for you to have. Second of all, this is an awesome figure. If it's a super important character, but the figure is trash, or you think there's going to be one that's coming out better, let us know, and that's what we'll do. What shelf are you going to start with?
Well, I'm just going to go with the ones I actually have set up for now. After that, I'll just pull figures up that I go, hey, this is a really good figure. So obviously this year Hasbro was destroying it with the 80-year series. We've gotten classic Iron Mans before. We've gotten classic Captain Americas before. We've gotten classic Hulks and Thors, but no Marvel Legend figure comes anywhere close to these new ones we have now. Like this new 80 years Iron Man is so much better than the Toy Biz one, than both of the Hasbro ones. I hope they just continue to reuse this body, do a stealth version, do a pointy masked version, add some parts on it, and do a Silver Centurion. That'd be amazing. Captain America. Now, Captain America does have some issues. I mean, mine has a paint scuff on his torso there, if you can see it. But other than that, and I wish he was a lighter color blue. I'm sure we're gonna get that eventually. But for now, this is the best Captain America you can buy. That's not MCU.
Yeah, what I do like about that is that they added. You can't really see it from your angle there, but he does have the chainmail on his chest, which was what Toy Biz did. Oh, there you go. There you see the chainmail on it. It's really well done. I do like this Captain America. What I don't like about it is the face. I'm not a huge fan of that face sculpt. It looks to me more like US agent. Yeah, like a US agent.
And then this Thor is just perfection. The height. I'm a big scale person. So like if something scales off, it really bothers me. And this Thor and this Hercules, some people think this Hercules is undersized. He is the perfect height for how I want Hercules to be, how he should be for me. He's been drawn bigger and smaller, but Hercules is another really great figure. Thor, an incredible figure. And obviously Hulk, everyone's raving over this Hulk. It's already getting released. It's already getting re-released 3 times already. So that's just a testament to how
it's a phenomenal figure. Yeah, it's a phenomenal figure. What do you got? Who's the lady right there in the black and white all the way to the left?
That is Monica Rambeau from the A-Force box set. But I didn't like her next wave attire she had on. So I kind of try to make her look a little bit more classic by putting some different arms on her there.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's a nice looking figure. You know, did you see the one that Fake Customs did?
I think so. I think you shared it in
yeah, it's got like he used like almost like a multicolored paint or a variegated paint for I guess where the black would be. It makes it look cosmic. It is a phenomenal custom. Go check that guy out. He does female figures really, really well. What about that Wasp? Talk to me about that Wasp. I love that Wasp, man. I really do.
This Wasp is cool. Yeah. For my Avengers, this is not my preferred Wasp costume. I'd actually really like a first appearance Wasp, the red and the black with the little pointy head.
Yeah, the one that they came out with the Giant Man or Goliath.
Yeah,
and Toy Biz.
Really
that costume.
I have that little figure. But yeah, I would like a 6-inch version. Speaking of Giant Man, this Toy Biz Giant Man still
it holds up.
It holds up really well. It fits in really well with these guys, especially when you have them like this. You can't see the ball joint hips. Like it. No, you can't. It's an amazing figure. Such a great head sculpt. He's kind of shadowy here, but
it is a great head sculpt.
Amazing figure. To finish out with the Avengers, so some of the best Avengers figures, I would say, Vision, really clean figure. That Vision is really incredible. So is Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel's really great.
That is, with some of these, like Miss Marvel is perfection. They used the right body. I think the paint came out good. The head sculpt's even nice, but it would be great to have a different head sculpt for her. Because I'm reading a series where she's in it, and oh man, who we're not missing. That's the Dark Avengers, but we'll get to that. The Thor, it would have been great if we had another head sculpt for that Thor. Although that is I agree with you, it's perfection. I would have wanted like a screaming head with maybe the hair out of the way so we can pose them in different. Did you do something different to the Black Widow? Go back to your Black Widow. What'd you do there?
It's just the one of the Phoenix heads on there.
Oh, I guess.
On the vintage body.
I didn't know that Hellcat was an Avenger.
Yeah, Hellcat was an Avenger. She became an Avenger back when Beast and Wonder Man were on the team together, and they actually helped her come up with her superhero identity. And another Avenger I'm missing Tigra. I sold my Tigra a long time ago because I heard a rumor that we were going to get a new one. They never did. And speaking of Tigra and Hellcat, Tigra hates Hellcat, for one thing. Because Tigra, back when she first appeared, she was
very catty of her.
She was called the Cat, and she wore this exact same costume. And so when Hellcat became a character and started wearing the same costume, she, Tigra did not take very kindly of that.
I see you have the new Scarlet Witch on there.
Scarlet Witch, I have her up here.
What do you think about that figure?
I love the head sculpt on that Scarlet Witch. I think she's another must-have if you want to complete the Avengers team or just have the main Avengers. I would just cut off for where Wasp is, cut off from Hellcat here, and Mr. Fantastic, and these figures right here in the middle. These are your must-have Avengers figures if you want a good classic Avengers team.
Well, can you give me? Let's do this because I want to move on to another shelf. Give me your top 3 must-haves from that shelf. Only 3, Joey. And you didn't. By the way, you didn't talk about your custom Goliath back there.
Oh, my custom Goliath. When we talk about him, I'll talk about him in a second.
No, let's do the 3, and I see that somebody got my dad joke. Joey didn't get it; he was too busy talking. But he'll catch it when he rewatches this. What are your top 3 must-haves from that shelf?
It's easily Iron Man. It's easily Iron Man, Thor, and Hulk. Captain America would be up there, but he's just not the right shade of blue. So that brings him down.
And they're available. So if you guys are new collectors, I agree, because all those other figures are easily attainable except for maybe Giant Man. All those other figures. Yeah. I noticed that you don't have the new Beast on there. You have the old school Toy Biz. Yeah,
I think that one fits better for the Avengers, and I also have the other Beast somewhere else. I haven't found a second Beast to put somewhere if I wanted to. Speaking of custom.
Final thoughts on this shelf, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Here's a custom by Seth Allen, New Collector Customs. He's been featuring your channel a couple times. Just going to show that off.
Yeah, he hasn't tagged anything. What's up, New Collector? Tag this week in customs, bro. Let's go.
And then that Goliath, because it's a custom channel, so I'm going to talk about Goliath for a second.
Yeah.
I hated the Marvel Universe Goliath we got. I thought he was real scrawny and skinny. So I started working on a Goliath using the Marvel Icons Colossus, because beefier and he's closer in height to Giant Man, and never finished him. As you can see, if I look down here, you can see his little Colossus legs down there. You angle it, you don't see it. So I need to finish him, but I think he looks pretty decent. I started working on him 3 years ago and just never finished him. But anyways,
all right, let's move on. Let's go.
Over here on the left here.
Yeah.
We have the West Coast Avengers over here. This is the custom Hawkeye I got before this vintage Hawkeye came out. And basically, this is just like...
You're using the Toy Biz head on that one, right? That's the Toy Biz head on that Hawkeye?
Toy Biz head on there, yeah. Most of the figures on this shelf really need updates. Iron Man needs to update really bad. War Machine needs to update really bad. Classic Moon Knight needs to update really bad. Then we have the old Toy Biz Fantastic Four Classics Thing in there, too. He's probably my second favorite Thing figure after the other must-have figure. And then at the new Avengers over here, there's a custom Captain America.
So that's using the old Toy Biz. Well, you got a couple of mixtures there. So you have the Ultimate Captain America body, or is that that's the Ultimate Cap, right? The body.
Yeah, because it has the stars in the shoulder, so he has Ultimate Cap upper torso.
Nice looking. Yeah, it's a nice looking body. And that
Series 1 Captain.
Yeah, that was the newer one, or the first one that came out.
And then you can't see the forearms, and then the legs here are from the Hasbro Captain America, the Hasbro Onslaught Wave Captain America, because I wanted the better hips. Fitchwork Customs made this one. He also made this Iron Man and that Luke Cage. All three of those he made.
Is that the Bucky cap, the straight up Bucky cap with a really tiny head right behind that hand? Yeah.
Yep, there he is. And then back there, they're always in the shadows because they kind of suck. The Young Avengers. Yeah, the Young Avengers. Those figures are not very good. And then here is the Dark Avengers back there, who you like. I
really like the Dark Avengers. I really like. I need to get myself a Bullseye in a Hawkeye custom. Wait a second. Is that Miss Marvel? But Moonstone, is that Moonstone Miss Marvel?
Yeah, that is. That's the first custom I ever purchased from somebody.
Can we get that? Can we see a better picture of that? Can you, or is it too hard for you to? I don't want you to pull out and have your whole shelf collapse. Not worth it.
Hold on. Let's see what I can do here.
Yeah, I don't want to see. I can't believe Hasbro hasn't made that.
Me either. I really thought we would get one with the Captain Marvel movie.
Oh, that's who made that?
This is my friend Michael Kern that made this.
Oh, Michael Kern, sure. He did a nice job on the emblem.
Yeah, he really did. It's sculpted on there. If you can tell.
Try to put your hand behind it because it was focusing on your shelf. I know you're. It's difficult for you. There you go.
So a little paint scuff on your nose now because it's been a couple years, but
what head is that?
Which is cool. Yeah, I really.
You froze, bro. You froze. He's frozen. All right, folks, we are having some technical difficulties with our special guest star. He's in South Dakota, so his internet may have frozen. Okay, here we go. He's back on.
Yeah, I was confused for a second. Yeah, I really thought we would get a classic Miss Marvel with a dark Miss Marvel head as an alternate head with the Captain Marvel movie, but we didn't. I thought we'd get that and a classic Marvel in a 2-pack for sure, but we didn't. It's really
quick question for you. So, you understand that the Moon Knight, or excuse me, the Moonstone body, Hasbro is not using it anymore. Do you know why they're not using it? Why they've gone to those thinner bodies for the females?
Well, the last time they.
Oh no, internet lagging. Well, the show was going so well, guys, but Murphy's Law has struck. Will Joey be able to come? I'm going to remove him from the stream and see if he'll. Oh, he's bouncing back, adding him to the stream. Joey, are you still frozen? Joey's still frozen. Joey is still frozen. All right, guys, let me interact with. Let me remove him from the stream. There you go. I completely kicked him out. He's going to have to hit the link to get back in. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let me interact with you until Joey gets back, if he's able to get back. If not, we'll kill it at 30 minutes, which is fine. So it was a black cat head. Thank you very much, T-Man. Good eyeballs there. You can't get used to my mustache? Come on, bro. Got to have fun with it. I did a little trimmage right here earlier today. My wife hates it, but she's allowing me to have it. Mark I Lad Creations. Okay, yeah. So he did add, he got extra arms and he did add length to those arms. I think he was trying to compensate for something. Since he's not here to defend himself. Let's interact with the chat and hopefully he'll make it back in here. Your feed looks uncharacteristic. Is it still blurry right now? Because I did a speed test. If it's still blurry right now, and it is weird because I typically have super clear internet, but maybe it's something because of the software that I'm using, the StreamYard. All right, Joey's back on. All right, there you are. Okay.
I had to go unplug my Wi-Fi and plug it back in, but I'm back. Yeah, last time they used it was.
Hold on a second, Joey, real quick. Let me just pause you really quick. Just confirming, it's still blurry, huh? Man, I don't know. How is Joey's screen? Is that better than mine?
Yours is blurry. I see you as blurry.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. It might, and I have really good internet, so I'll look into that. But hopefully, Mark I Lab Creation says too much mustache for your data allowance. I want to leave that. All right, Joey, take off. I hope your screen is good because your screen looks fine. Go for it. And of course,
am I back?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm still here?
Yeah.
Sprint does not work here in South Dakota. So when my Wi-Fi goes out, my Wi-Fi goes out. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we're good. You're good to go.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, did you hear what I said a minute ago?
No, do it again. About your internet?
No,
yes.
I was saying. Oh, yes. Okay, there you go. Yeah, my internet's just bad because I have Sprint, and Sprint does not work in South Dakota.
All right. Since we lost time on this one, Joey, how about you just talk about the 3 must-have figures on that shelf? 3 must-have figures.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because most of these figures are just, secondary and not going to count the customs. So
I think you need to, in my opinion, I think you need that Spider-Woman because she's a significant character in a storyline with, no, not that one. The other one. That one.
For those of you who don't know, these are different characters. Yeah. This is Jessica Drew, and this is Julia Carpenter. Best figure on this shelf, I would say, is Darkhawk. You can't see him back there, really.
He's in the dark.
Yeah, but here I have a second one. So, Darkhawk, really great, really underrated figure. He's a fantastic figure. Is he a must-have? If you're, I'd probably say no, because he's not a major character, but he is a really good figure. So
you can figure
it all just depends. Yeah, Spider-Woman and I guess Spider-Woman would be second, and then probably Ares.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like him.
I like him too. Oh, Monster Venom, obviously. Yeah. How did I forget Monster Venom? Monster Venom is definitely replacing Ares on my list. I'm sorry, Ares, but Monster
all right. So you got Monster Venom,
Darkhawk, and Spider-Woman as the best on this show.
Moving on to the next shelf.
Next shelf. This is gonna be everyone's favorite. The Gimli 90s X-Men, and then Dazzler, who was not on that team, but she blends in very well with that team, so I just put her there.
I went looking for that Dazzler when we set this up. I wanted to see if she was in my Walmart for $5, and of course, my Walmart had Jack Diddley Squat.
So here's the event. Here's the Gimli 90s X-Men, and a custom morph, who was never actually a member of the X-Men in the comics, but he wasn't a real character in the comics. But
that's a nice head for him. I like it.
Yeah. Do you know what head that is?
Yeah, that's Punisher.
No, it is not Punisher.
That's not Punisher?
No.
That Toy Biz? No? Hold on a second. Let me stare at it.
It is a Toy Biz, but it's not Punisher.
Oh, wait a second. Don't tell me. Don't say it. Don't say I already know it. It's Bullseye.
It is Bullseye.
Yeah.
That's Bullseye. Yeah. Anyways, Gimli 90s X-Men, great team. Everyone loves them. Everyone's obsessed over them. Here's where the new Beast is. Yeah. Love that new Storm. I won her from Sharmus Prime.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In Minnesota. I went to Minnesota a couple weeks ago, and he had a raffle, and it was like $5, and I won her in the raffle.
Dude, you paid $5 for her. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it was good. Best figure on this shelf. That's hard because these are all very, very sought after, very well liked figures.
Ooh, top three, and why?
Just because I'm biased, he's my favorite X-Men. It's Colossus.
Yeah,
and he's also a great figure.
What don't you like about that figure? Because I saw Anthony's customs. Somebody showed me the video, and I watched it where he complained about the feet. The feet kind of look weird, and his hands look weird. So a lot of people have been doing a swap.
Yep,
with the Marvel Select Colossus.
That's my exact same problems. I don't like the fat forearms. I don't like the weird lumpy feet. So I'm gonna do I want to do the Select swap too. I have the Select still, so
yeah, I got it for the same reason.
I had 2 Selects. I had a Colossus on 2 shelves. I need a second of this Colossus, by the way. If anyone has him, I need a second one for my other X-Men shelf. Second best on the shelf, I'd probably go to Storm.
Okay.
Great figure, fantastic figure, and then Beast. I mean, but these are all great. Professor X is amazing. Wolverine's amazing. Gambit's amazing. Archangel's amazing. They're all great, but except for Iceman.
Yeah, Iceman. Yeah, Iceman is. I like that effect that you got. Talk about that effect.
Oh, this ice effect is made from. It's made from hot glue and cotton balls.
Who did
it? Daniel Maldonado. He's in the chat, I believe.
He's not talking. He's not talking in the chat. He's hiding. Oh. He's lurking in the background.
He made this, and he made this diorama. And this diorama lights up, but I can't get to the lights at right now to show where it lights up at. But
my favorite diorama that he made was the Galactus. That Galactus diorama he did is the best.
Me too. I was just talking about it the other night too, about how much I love that Galactus diorama. And then
I would have. I can't believe you didn't talk about Wolverine. I know we've had a Wolverine, but it's a really good body for Wolverine. The ears were the only problem with that one that I saw. Anyway, it's a cool.
Yeah, I love
figure.
I love this Wolverine too. It's just I'm kind of Wolverined out. So
Gotcha.
and he's really great, but these guys are kind of newer, and I'm more in love with them at the moment.
Bro, what
But
about
yes,
Professor X? What about Professor X?
For new collectors, I'd say almost all of these figures on this shelf are must-haves. I mean, if you're a fan of X-Men, which everyone's obsessed with X-Men, you're gonna want to have these figures.
Very good. Fair enough. Let me moderate and move you on to the next shelf. Let's keep this going. We're at 38 minutes.
Next shelf's a mess. It's more X-Men, but they're all falling over.
All right. Well, we'll talk about those figures.
So this is my favorite Cyclops here, actually. I love this Cyclops a lot. I like this Cyclops better than the Gimli Cyclops. I like the costume better. I like this era of X-Men. This is my preferred X-Men era.
Is that the one that came in the 2-pack with Phoenix?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love this Cyclops figure. This is my favorite of all the Cyclops we got from Marvel Legends. But the best figure on this shelf. Oh, here's some customs over here. Forgot.
Let's see those. Hey, let's see the customs, player. Let's see the customs.
So this is a custom Guardian that was made before the new Guardian was announced.
What body is it?
It's the Spider UK body, the same exact body Hasbro decided to use.
Who made this
Except
one?
for this one, Michael Kern made this.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like the red better on this. I didn't like the metallic red it was going to come with, so I'm like, all right, well, I want it to be this red, and then Hasbro decided to make it closer to this color red in the future. But this one's still a lot. I like the maple leaf a lot better on this one. I like the head sculpt better. The head sculpt is a Daredevil.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like this a lot better than the actual Hasbro one. So the maple leaf itself is a lot better than the Hasbro maple leaf that we got on there. It looks real strange. Another custom here.
Alex Diaz is asking, are you getting the Alpha Flight set?
Yes, I am. I'm excited for it. Cannot wait. Oh, I just got more figures.
You already have a puck?
I don't have a puck. Oh, I forgot. I don't have puck. Yeah. Puck got. What did I do with Puck? I think he got stolen actually. So, yeah, yeah. So, anyways, more this Alpha Flight diorama here, which I'm gonna just knock more figures over by turning it.
That's okay. You need to work on that shelf anyway, bro.
Yeah,
that shelf is hurting.
Yeah, it's hurting. It was made by Daniel Maldonado as well. Who's also in the chat still.
I still don't see him in the chat. I still don't see him.
I saw him comment a minute ago. Yeah, he's Legendary Moments.
Oh, let me see. Did I miss? Oh no, he's right here. He's right here. Legendary Moments. What's up, Daniel? If you guys want to hit up somebody for a really cool Marvel Legend diorama, hit this dude up on Facebook. Daniel, put your link in the chat if you want, or in the main comments. It would be better.
Here's North Star. This is the first Alpha Flight custom I got. Kern, the whole plan originally was to do the entire Alpha Flight team, but then when Hasbro announced Guardian, Kern's like, oh, I don't really want to do them anymore because they're all going to get made.
Yeah, they're all going to.
So we didn't. So we didn't finish them. So I never got Aurora to go with North Star, but I thought this North Star looks really good for the time. I like the actual reveal better though, to be honest.
All right, let me move you on from this shelf, but can you pick me?
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, actually, that looks pretty good.
Shaman. Kern made this as well.
Nice.
I like this. I think this one looks better than the one we're getting. I like the color green better.
I like the face sculpt on that.
Yeah, that face sculpt is it's Samson.
Oh, yeah, I see it. The Toy Biz, right? Toy Biz.
It's Hasbro, but Samson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking I was thinking the legendary collector guy. It's not the one that came out in the Savage Dragon, the pit.
Oh, Savage Dragon. Yeah, no, Samson from Fin Fang Foomway. Best figures in the shelf. Best figures in the shelf.
I think it was
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Easily
okay.
Nightcrawler.
All right. So I saw my buddy Plastic Addict did a comparison video, and he was hyped about this new figure right here. And I like it. It's really nice. But one of the things that we complain about Toy Biz actually helps out the Toy Biz figure get better range, and it's the ball jointed hips. The ball jointed hips get them in a better crouch than this one does, which is Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having South Dakota internet. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Headless Toy Biz Nightcrawler. But Nightcrawler, you know, he's my favorite. Oh, his leg just popped off.
Well, it's okay. We couldn't see it. You're very laggy right now. And I guess I'm not
Am I
any
laggy?
better.
Oh, well, dang it. Dang South Dakota Wi-Fi. Another underrated figure that I love, who's back here underneath all his mess. Oh, there's another custom right there, Sunspot.
It's just a spot on your shelf. We can't see it.
Yeah, he's just dark. Yeah. Sunfire.
Yeah.
I love Sunfire. I wanted a Sunfire for so long, and we finally got a classic Sunfire, and he's an amazing figure. He really is.
Well, and that one's really important because they came out with the butterfly joints. This figure has become almost like the new Bucky cap, and I know it's not the same size, and we still needed like a good update for Bucky cap. But this one is, I think it started, you know, it's referred to as the Sunfire mold because they're doing, they did bullseye on them.
Or the, I think more people call it this 2099 body mold but they came out like a month apart from each other.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. The Spidey 2099 was first. I take everything back, guys. I take everything back I just said.
And then another must-have is Wolverine. Going with this Wolverine over Tiger Stripe. I like this. This is the first Wolverine in this body. Well, this is the vintage one, so you know, but still,
it's just lighter brown.
Yeah, this is my preferred Wolverine costume, and it's my preferred. It's my favorite on the shelf. So for new collectors, I wouldn't really suggest many figures on the shelf because more new collectors want the 90s X-Men than the classic X-Men, but the ones I love the most are the ones I'm showing you here. So next shelf, we got the other X teams. Where'd my low light go? I don't know where my little light went. It's gonna be kind of dark here. But
I want to see that Warpath. That Warpath looks sweet.
Oh yeah, this is a custom Warpath.
Yeah.
Michael Kern made it.
Nice job, Michael. So he's using what is that? The old the record, not the record, but
this is Pile Driver, yeah.
Pile Driver body.
With the cast.
That looks really nice. He did a good job on that. I like the little hues that he threw on there.
It's real clean. I like it a lot. This is probably one of the best customs he made for me.
Are you gonna get the new one?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the new one. I like the costume better on the new one.
Hey, dude, you know what? Yeah, me too. But there's something weird looking about that costume. I don't think I like the shoulder pads.
The shoulder pads are what I love. It's 90s as heck.
There was something weird about it. And the paint job that they showed. I think they, obviously that was not factory paint. That was hand painted, and they put some glossy finish on it that, in my opinion, didn't look good. But I'm excited to get. But man, I like that Warpath right there.
I think he's beautiful. Yeah, he's a great fit. He's definitely good looking. And then over here we got the other X-Force team, which I call this X-Force team. I consider them more like X-Men, special ops X-Men rather than actual X-Forces. X-Force is such a different team. But I have astonishing Cyclops with them too, because he's the one who put the team together. He made them join up and become a team.
When did that figure come out? Let me back you up to that Cyclops. Where was that from?
This is from the Puck Wave in 2013, I believe. 2013 for sure. Yeah. Phantom X is an update. You're right. He's all falling over. More stuff fell. Great.
That's all right. It's worth it.
Shatter Stars, a really good underrated figure too, and Cable, obviously a really good one. Here's some more customs for you. There's another custom Warpath there for one thing.
Nice. Yeah. Michael Kern again.
No, that one I don't know who made it. Someone was selling it, and they just told me some guy in Texas made it. So
Some guy in can you pull it out without knocking figures over? This is like Operation, that old game. Oh, you touched the side. Oh, the buzzer didn't go. Let me see what that looks like, because maybe we can figure it out. Because I know some Texas that buckle's nice.
Yeah,
What body is that?
This is Hulkling.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
With some new boots. Some boots that I actually don't recognize. I don't think that's more from Marvel Legends. They're different looking.
Do they have ankle pivot or just up and down?
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure they do. Let's see. Yeah, it does. It does. Slightly.
I wonder if that's going to be if it's going to be a DC figure that had.
I'm not sure.
Ankle pivot. I don't know too many DC figures that had an ankle pivot, older ones. But I was thinking that it was maybe like Brandon. He's in Texas.
Possibly. I don't know. I got this a couple years ago now, so I don't know who did it. But yeah, and more customs. Everyone's freaking out over that. Well, Crossbones use the same body as Hulkling, so yeah. It is the same body as Crossbones. But this one is Hulkling because he has the big Hulkling hands with the articulated fingers.
And then you can also see the sculpting, for the Hulkling. I don't have that figure, but I know that he's got some sort of sculpting on the chest. That's nice.
Yeah, this is the custom Havoc I've had for a while.
That's a nice head. Nice face sculpt.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's real. I like this better than the one we're getting, to be honest with you.
Well, this one's going to be painted better. Number one.
Yeah, this was made by Fitch. This was made by Glenn Fitch again at Fitchwork Customs. He sculpted these bands rather than using from Cyclops. He sculpted those on there. So that's really cool. Sculpted that little belt thing, and he made it to where I can't do it right now because I want to break it. But if I can turn the waist, and this little triangle piece separates in the middle.
Yeah.
Because he built it across the wood. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's real cool. Now, everything tumbles.
That's right. You needed to work on that shelf anyway. Rework it.
Yeah.
Is that Polaris that you're pulling out? I saw something green.
Polaris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is really nice too. But I do like the new Polaris.
The new one, the new one. The hair is dynamite. It looks like the character.
Yeah, it's the hair that I love, and it might be Black Series boots. I don't know.
But that's a big figure, so I can't think of a Black Series that was that big. Black Series runs small compared to Marvel Legends because they do look like Black Series, like a Commander boots or whatever. But those figures are way too small. That's why I was thinking it's probably some sort of DC figure.
Oh, must have figures from this shelf. It's Cannonball. This is no legs. No.
I don't like that figure at all.
I like him, but I wish his blast spec was longer. I have him on top of some bases back there to make him stand taller. My favorite figure on this shelf is probably Deadpool. I like this Deadpool a lot.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Cable, who's sleeping now, and
how come you just glossed over the Englishman?
Englishman. Oh,
Captain
he's all alone. He doesn't have the rest of his team with him. He's all alone. And,
don't you think that they used too big of a body for him?
Yeah, I think so. I think he should have been on the Grim Reaper body. And I wish they got a different costume for him. I like the one with the little flaps on the boots and.
Well, that one looks like you've added stuff to it. That doesn't look like the original.
No, he's original. I did not adjust modify him anymore.
No, I don't have it. Well,
yeah, that's stock. This Archangel, another really good must-have figure. I would say he's a really good one, but he's also really extremely expensive. So I got lucky with him.
The people in the chat are saying Warpath, but the Warpath is going to be a custom, so new collectors won't be able to pick that one up unless they buy him off of you. Is he for sale?
Not sure, honestly. I might sell him to get the new one, but
won't that hurt your friend's feelings? Plus, it's a different costume. You can't, no, Joe, you can't sell that one. Sell that other one, the Hulkling. You got to sell the one, the Hulkling buddy. That's the one I would.
But we're not getting a new Warpath from this costume.
I'm sure we will.
I'm sure we will.
We're absolutely going to get those.
Anyways, next shelf here is the Defenders and the Champions, where Black Widow's missing here somewhere, but Black Widow should be here in the Champions. And a couple customs here too, 2 of which I made. So
you have to get some light in there for us to be able to see that Aragorn. Is that Aragorn?
That's Aragorn, yeah. 3 of which I made, actually, not 2. Where'd my little light go? I had a little light.
I don't know, but we are all experiencing some. I'm about to vomit. Keep that steady hand, player. Keep that steady hand. There you go. Oh gosh, I got some vertigo there for a second.
Sorry. Oh, here's Black Widow down here.
All right.
I lost my little light I had that I was using. I don't remember where I left it at.
And we all break into the song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. No, nobody. I didn't hear you guys in the chat.
You can't see Valkyrie back there at all. Kind of. But anyways, Aragorn. This is a Masters of the Universe Arrow, I think, or Swiftwind. I don't remember which one it is, but it's I painted the wings white on it. And looks pretty good, I think. This classic Doctor Strange. Guess who made that?
Michael Kern?
No, it was me. I made this.
Wow. Wait. Where did you get that cape? Is that from the Toy Biz? That's not the Toy Biz cape.
This is the Hasbro cape.
Man, that's a really nice looking Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I used the Toy Biz skirt. The toy and that's it. Toy Biz. Oh, Toy Biz arms. Yeah.
I didn't know we had a comic. I didn't know we had a comic Doctor Strange that Hasbro put out.
Yeah, we got 2. We got one in the Hulkbuster wave that had no cape. Then we had one in the Doctor Strange wave that had a cape.
This cape came. Who did this cape?
This cape came. It was with the Doctor Strange from the Doctor Strange wave.
And the one with the had Brother Voodoo? No.
Brother Voodoo was in that wave, yeah.
Oh yeah, I completely missed him. I don't think I was a Doctor Strange fan, believe it or not, until I started watching the movies.
Most people pass on that figure because it's just a re-release of the Hulkbuster wave on just with the cape.
Yeah, so you did a great job on that. That looks dynamite, man. That looks awesome. I can't believe that Hasbro released that cape. That cape looks really good.
I love this cape here.
So they're asking you, is this a custom Doctor Strange? And it's partly right. You did some customizing to it.
I painted the whole torso myself, painted the logo, and kit bashed the skirt and the arms on there, and the head stock and the legs are stock. Everything else is painted and custom. This Hulk here. This was 80-year Hulk before 80-year Hulk came out for me.
That's on the Juggernaut body, right?
Yeah, Juggernaut body, made by Glenn Fitch.
That's nice.
He is real nice. Nice different color green and everything too than the.
Yeah, it looks good.
Real good. He's nice. I have this one with my Defenders just because he's bigger.
Whose hands did he use?
Select Hulk.
Oh, okay.
Select Hulk's feet too.
Yeah, the feet work. The hand. Well, there's something there with the wrist and the hand that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's a dynamite looking custom.
Yep, and then here, Doctor Strange, don't fall over. I'll put them both side over here. There's a mess. Those figures everywhere here.
Oh, boy. You can do snow angels and those figures that you got on the bottom.
If I wasn't as heavy as I was, maybe I would.
Hey, you were at the gym today.
Yeah. Son of Satan.
I didn't even know that character existed, but I'm reading Dark Reign, and there's a whole thing there. There's a character called the Hood that we don't have I want a Hood. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, they showed a Hood figure long time ago, before the return of Marvel Legends in 2012, and never got released.
I'm gonna make one. I just need the cape's the biggest thing on that one. You just need a big flopping red cape with a hood.
Yeah. So this guy's one I liked a lot. Damien Hellstrom. I made this one myself too. Not the best custom in the world, but he's pretty good.
I mean, I think that looks good. And you like the customs that look like they're part of, like if Marvel Hasbro released it, right? That's kind of like the style you go for.
Those are the customs I love, the ones that look like Hasbro could have made it and blends it to my shelf. This I used a Craven with a Wonder Man arms, Wolverine boot, Namor head.
Yep, it works, dude.
Yep, it is definitely a custom. Hasbro's not going to release anything with this logo on its chest.
No, there's not going to be any pentagram. So the guy that at least the way that he penciled it, I've only seen him in one comic, and I can't even think about the penciler, but he did him like a little bit like thinner, almost like it would have been like on a Spider-Man. He's kind of almost gangly looking. Yeah,
modern. Nowadays he's drawn like that. Back in the day, he was drawn a little bit more beefy. This cape's from a DC figure. I bought a lot of DC figures for their capes. Best figure on this shelf. It's gonna be Ghost Rider.
You know what? You did not talk. I was gonna say you didn't talk about that Ghost Rider, and you did not talk about Cage, Luke Cage.
It's because the Toy Biz figure.
If he was bigger, if that figure was bigger, I think it blows anything else that is out in the market. I love this. I know it's back in the 70s or whatever, but it's so stylish that I absolutely love it. I want to make a custom with that. I have the head now because a buddy of mine sent it to me, but
I agree. I think if he was bigger, he'd be great, but he's just so small, and he's only there as a placeholder until we get a classic one. Like we have to be getting a classic Luke Cage and Iron Fist 2-pack someday. We have to be.
And what body do you think they should make that Luke Cage on, the classic one?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to use Tombstone for it.
Yeah, he's almost there already.
Yeah, Tombstone is probably their best guess. It'd be cool to have him on the Hercules body, but Tombstone probably would be the best bet. But yeah, so best figure on the shelf is definitely Ghost Rider. I would always suggest Ghost Rider. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite characters in general. I love this character. I love Nighthawk a lot, even though he's no one else does. Better view of Nighthawk. Here we go. And then
there's an angel back there too.
Toy Biz Angel. Yeah.
That's a nice. I like the figure. I don't really like the head sculpt or the body much. But I mean, if you look at him from far away, it looks pretty good. Those wings are awesome.
Yeah, the wings are amazing. I hate his body and his face and all that, but he's a decent figure. And by the way, I'm gonna apologize for the mess though. I really, if I knew I was gonna go live not last minute, I would have cleaned everything up a lot nicer than it is.
Well, Joey, because we've already gone an hour. Why don't we have a part 2 on another day, and we'll give you a chance to fix the shelves, and then we'll pick off where we left off.
That sounds good to me. I can do my villains next time because I just did heroes. I have a whole shelf of villains that's just knocked over, and a bunch of must-haves on the villain shelf here, for sure.
Well, awesome. So we've reached an hour, and I want to thank my guests, Joey, I'm going to put his link to his YouTube. Joey, you're also an admin. Didn't you start, or you actually started a group, a Marvel Legends group on Facebook. When you let people know about that?
Yeah, I have. I think my group's 3 years old now, I believe. It's called Marvel Collectors Assemble. You know, it's a real low. It's more of a low key Marvel Legends group rather than the big ones. But I try to keep things simple and nice there, and always posting the news as soon as I see it.
Yep.
I try to keep things to where the same post, you don't see the same post 1,000 times. I try to keep that from happening in that group. But if you want to join, definitely join. I'll accept you. Marvel Collectors Assemble is what it's called.
So what I'll do is I'm going to leave a link once this live feed's over. I'll put a link to Joey's YouTube channel and a link to that Marvel Legends group. I'm also in that group. I like that group. You got about 1,500 people in there right now. I think between 1,500 and 2,000 people in there.
It's right under 2,000. I think we're like 1.9K, I think.
So maybe after this, we'll send that over 2,000, and it's a fun group, and it's Marvel Legends, and that's what we're going to be discussing. So Joey, thank you again. We'll plan it and we'll advertise part 2. I'll label this one part 1, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the rest of your figures. Must have Marvel Legends.
Sounds good. And before we end this, another plug for my channel real quick. I do a lot of videos.
Sorry, Joey, you didn't pay enough to continue doing your. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on, let me unmute you. Go ahead. You can finish it right now.
I do a vlog style series of, I do a little bit of toy hunting in my videos, but I do it mostly just showing interesting things. I know Brock watches my videos from time to time. Yeah. I really try to show off, things that most people will not ever see. I go to a lot of dinosaur museums. I go to a lot of hiking things, and I just try to show things, especially here, because this is a new place. This is a new area for me, so I'm still exploring and seeing a lot of things. So if you're interested in seeing more parts of America that you don't normally see from where you're at, I recommend giving those videos a watch too. I do some toy hunting in there too, so it's not just all nature and stuff. There's toys, there's nature, there's just life. It's real life in those.
Well, he's definitely in an area of the country that if for example, if you live in California, you're not going to see. I mean, I saw buffaloes. All right, how many people have seen buffaloes here? How many feet? They were literally passing right by your car. That's not happening here in California. So definitely go check that out. Matter of fact, I think I linked it. I linked that video. I think I linked that video in the community tab. So if you go to my community tab, go down and you'll be able to see that video. I was actually fascinated by that, and the dinosaur bones, and then that bear. What was it called? The bare-faced bear, or the
short-faced bear?
Short-faced bear. Yeah, dude.
Speaking of the fossils, today was National Fossil Day.
You're such a nerd.
It was a big day for me. It was an honor to be, it's National Fossil Day, and I'm a big dinosaur collector. And speaking of that, and just to finish it off,
you're such a nerd. I love it. It's good. I like it.
If you're my friend on Facebook, I'm sure you've seen me share all these links to this Kickstarter for the Beasts of the Mesozoic Ceratopsid series, which is the horned dinosaurs. That Kickstarter ends tonight. And I pledged $600 for that line.
We had 64 people in the chat, and as soon as you said that, we have 49. No, I'm really just messing with you.
Oh no. So if you're a collector who's into dinosaurs at all, I would recommend checking that toy line out. They're really great dinosaur figures.
Well, there's actually a new dinosaur figure that we talked about the other day. It's coming out, and we really should just end this. But what was that? It wasn't the same scale as the Colossal Rex. It was that. What's the one that has the long neck? What's it called?
Brachiosaurus. Everyone's freaking out over that Jurassic World Brachiosaurus right now. Someone's telling you to shave, or they're telling me to shave?
This thing is staying with me through 2019. This is. I'm gonna try to get it out to like right here.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so I was just plugging some things real quick, just talking about some. If you're into dinosaurs, if you're into toys, if you're into nature, I recommend checking my channel out. I'm not trying to become huge, but it would be nice to get some more people to watch and
Of course.
just, leave some comments and to tell me what you liked and what you're interested in seeing. I like to share my content. I like to have people just see what I see. I try to make
I find
make
it,
everything
to be honest, I find it fascinating. That's why I'm watching it. If it was boring, I wouldn't watch. You got to be entertained. All right, that is Joey. I'm Brock, and we are out.
See ya.
Where you did you